Okay, one of my clients pointed out that it had been almost 2 years, and I've had the same fridge tour video up on my website, and they asked if everything in the fridge was still the same, if I made any changes, had my eating changed, and so I figured it was about time to do another one. Plus, yesterday was Friday, and my kids went to their dad's, and I did a kitchen deep cleaning. So if I'm going to share my fridge with anyone, this would be the best time to do it. Let's see. Okay. So this is what my fridge looks like. If you know me, you know I'm sort of OCD and anal. So I do have a clean fridge. But we'll just start at the top. Let's see. My friend and my client Kat, they have a huge garden and they can stuff. So this was homemade pickles, and there was some okra in there too, which was delicious. Just good for your tummy. Some green beans. I have tahini back there. If I'm going to make a hummus, obviously I'm not going to do it with chickpeas. Beans don't sit well with my stomach, but you need hummus. Coconut or almond butter, fresh ground from Winco. I don't buy this stuff in the jars or anything anymore. I like when you press a button and you watch it get ground and it fills up your container and it's yummy. Bee pollen, very healthy for you. I take about a heaping teaspoon every day. I just let it melt under my tongue. I love these things, Good Bellies. It's probiotic. This is one of the few you can find that doesn't have a lot of added sugar in it. And these actually, you can buy a lot of probiotic drinks and kombucha and stuff like that, and I actually take a couple different things with probiotics. I like these because they actually contain a bunch of strains that aren't available, I don't think, in any other products in the United States. They're used in Europe more. Coconut milk, coconut water. I don't drink it very often. I probably drink a third of a can at a time. It does have sugar, a lot of sugar for me, 16 grams, even though it's nothing but coconut water. But when they go on sale for 99 cents for that big old can, I buy some and save them. Let's see, moving on down. Eggs, chicken in the back that hasn't been cooked from Henry's. Fish. I eat a lot of fish. I buy probably 3 to 4 ounces of either tilapia or swai at a time. Let me put it here. And I eat it throughout the week, but basically it doesn't look all that delicious. And I was nibbling off a piece, so that's what that piece is on top. But I bake it with some olive oil and salt and pepper and garlic, and then I eat off of it all week. That's some chicken in there. This is the tail end of some fresh pesto I made last night to have on some roasted salmon, which was delicious. Lots of asparagus. I love asparagus. And if you've seen my other one, you know the trick. You want it small. You want small asparagus. You don't want big, fat asparagus. Leftover. My big thing right now, I'm loving it, and I call it all succotash. I don't know. That probably is not even the proper acceptable term. Can I open it? Let me see. Right now I'm on this big mixing all my veggies together kick. See, I'm not going to be able to open it. Hold on. And I made this for my kids last night, and so they had some fresh organic corn at Henry's, and I bought some as a treat. So there's asparagus and corn and peppers and onions, and I cut it all up, and I cook it with some olive oil and salt and pepper and garlic, and it just tastes delicious. People always are like, well, what spices should I use for this, and that? And seriously, you want to be able to taste your food. And the salt, pepper, and garlic seems to be my go-to for most everything. It sort of brings out the natural flavors without masking it. This is actually, I want to show you this. This is my bird's food. So there's pumpkin seeds, raw sunflower seeds, green apple, peppers, chard, corn. There's a little bit of brown rice in there. So I just chop it all up, and then I feed them, and they're happy and green here. Here's my happy and green birds. Say hello. I'm not going to say hello. They're going to look stuffed. Oh, and he's not green. This is my 26-year-old cockatiel, though. I know that's not really part of a kitchen tour. What? I know, I have the camera. And they, so you can see he has a bald spot. He's old. He's an old man. He's probably 8 years past his life expectancy, 8 or 9 years right now. But that's, I know, that's because I feed them lots of fruits and vegetables. Because if you think about it, birds don't really eat all that many seeds in the wild. They eat lots of other things. Say, Gizmo's a ham. Okay. And mushrooms, strawberries, turmeric root. Hold on. My client got this for me. She juices a lot. I'm not a huge fan of juicing. Too many people put too much fruit in it, which affects your sugar levels and your insulin levels. But this is actually, if you don't know, this is what raw turmeric root looks like. Lots of health benefits, anti-inflammatory. She gave me a big bag of that, and I have a little bit left. I don't do dairy very much. It's one of my treats, maybe once every couple months or so. And if I do, but my kids do, but I tend to buy, for some reason, like the goat cheeses are less hard on my stomach and some of the less processed cheeses. So that's a chunk of Parmesan, some feta, goat cheese. Let's see. Aloe juice. If your tummy is happy, your whole body is happy. Seriously. I try to get my clients to understand that what they eat affects every single thing, from how you feel to how you perform to how you think. But what's just as important is what you put into your mouth is what your body does with it. And if your digestive tract, any part of it, is unhappy, it's not going to work right. And aloe juice is excellent for your stomach. It really, if you're having stomach issues, this is one of the things that will help heal it. This happens to be gel because I've gotten so I have to have it every morning, or I really do notice the difference. And I happened to go to Henry's, and I will still call it Henry's, right when they were doing the conversion over to Sprouts. And so they didn't have all their stuff out. And so I ended up buying the gel instead of the liquid. And it took about 2 weeks to get used to chugging gel. But I have about half a cup every morning. Stuffed bell peppers, so that I can just reach in, grab, and go. Chard. Actually, this is chard and collard greens. Those are my two favorite right there. I keep paper towels in. There's a paper towel on the bottom, a paper towel in the middle. Oops. Paper towel in the bottom just to catch some of the moisture. I keep the stems separate. I use the stems like celery, but I eat that all day long. I really don't like it raw unless I'm using it for a wrap, but that's just vegetables, fruits. Let's see. I keep my water cold. This is milk. My kids do drink milk. I used to buy it raw from the 100 Mile Market that was downtown, and they closed, and so I'm sad. Raw apple cider vinegar. I drink a big old tablespoonful or so of this in water every day. The health benefits from this are phenomenal, and I actually use it for my hair and stuff too. Makes your hair all shiny. This is kefir. This is something else. I've been really working hard on healthy tummies lately. This is goat milk. I'm sorry, this is cow milk kefir, but it is lactose free. And I was very happy I tried it, and it doesn't bother my stomach. So I drink some of that every day. This is bone broth. I have bone broth every day too. I make my own. Obviously, it's in a milk container. Actually, what I do is I usually have this for lunch, and what I'll do is I'll cut up an onion, or a little piece of onion, and some vegetables, and then some fish. And I usually put it in a pot, cook it up, add some bone broth to make it a soup. And more likely than not, since I'm just going for speed, I add this big old dollop of this for flavor. A lot of people use Ocho Speranza. You probably recognize the rooster on there. That has a couple more extra ingredients that I try to avoid. This isn't totally clean. It has chili and salt and garlic and distilled vinegar, but it does have some potassium sorbate as a preservative. But, you know, every so often it's okay. It's one of my cheats. Down here, let's see. I have people ask me all the time what kind of supplements I take. And I guess this is, yeah, I'll show you now. I do take vitamin C. I take probiotics. What is this? I'll just go through them. This is rosemary extract, and somewhere down here, right here. Rosemary extract, that's oregano, oil of oregano. I use those when I'm sick. Vitamin D. Glutamic acid, I use that when I've been working out heavy. Biotin, this stuff is amazing. If you want nice, good hair and nails, this is what to take. Garlic, no such thing as too much garlic in my book. So I cook with it, I use it, but I also supplement with it. Potassium, magnesium, ginger. Zinc, this is only for when I'm sick. If I only take it when I have to, it makes my tummy upset. And bees. And that's that. The boring, let's see, there's hidden ice cream back there for the kids. The last 2 bottles of alcohol I haven't drunk for probably a month. I didn't drink very often to begin with, but I had gotten into the habit of having like a glass of wine every night because, hell, I deserved it. I'd had a hard day, and yeah, I stopped that, and I stopped all my drinking. Basically, I haven't had a drop to drink, and I've lost 10 pounds in that 3 or 4 weeks. Let's see. Some chili. And my kids do eat bread sometimes, but they never, like, I buy a loaf every time when they come here. They're at my house for 8 days at a time, and then they go to their dad. I do like this Killer Dave's bread. It has lots of protein in it, 6 grams of protein. But literally, they were here for 8 days, and I'm refreezing half the loaf. So, ice packs. Everyone needs ice packs. And that's the nut drawer. My pantry, let me see, is very exciting too. It's coconut milk, chicken base and beef base, tomatoes, cilantro cooking base. This is like preserved lemons and capers, coconut oil, ghee, honey. This is butters and stuff for my kids' lunches, salmon, canned chicken, and sardines. These are what I consider my emergency food. This is the only way you can buy sardines, which I love. There's chia seeds, flax seeds. There's Scottish oatmeal. My kids like oatmeal every once in a while. I like this. I buy it in the bulk section at Winco. I like it because it has twice the fiber of any of the other oatmeals, and it cooks really, really fast. Vinegar. I buy my olive oil at Mr. Kebab's. So that was $12 for that big old thing of extra virgin olive oil. I buy a lot of stuff at Mr. Kebab's. They have a little market. I bought my honey there. I buy my ghee there. I buy my coconut oil there. $4.99 for a pound of coconut oil. I buy my sardines there a lot too. Here's all my spices, all my vinegars, cream coconut. That's all boring. That's for when my kids bake. I let them have baked stuff or treats and brownies and cookies, but usually they make them themselves. Hi, Bug. I won't show you on camera. Let's see what else. See, here's ginger. If you don't know what ginger looks like, this is what ginger looks like. I slice it off, and I put it in my water. See, ginger and lemon. And garlic, whole garlic. I read that if you dry out the avocado pits, they sprout better. So those are going to get planted. All this is going to get planted. My garlic is sprouting, so that's going to get planted too. See? And those are all going to get planted today. What else? Oh, here's my tea. This is, oh, here you go. So every day I drink the lemon and ginger water, and then I make this tea I already drank the coffee that was in here, but this is fennel seeds and cumin seeds and coriander seeds and yoga teacher that I was friends with online, Jan Hatcher. She had posted this on her blog one day, and she did it for like a 30-day sort of detox kind of thing. And I do it all the time, actually. Here are the seeds for it. Fennel seeds, cumin seeds, coriander seeds. This is dandelion root. Dandelion root is wonderful to use for tea for digestion. But these three, I drink it every day now because so many good things like cumin, I mean, all of them, they've been shown to reduce cholesterol, triglycerides, inflammation, they improve immune responses, reduces cortisol levels, they're high in antioxidants. I mean, they help control, like the coriander, it's really good for helping control your blood sugar and everything. The fennel's my favorite. Fennel, I mean, if you've ever gone to an Indian buffet or an Indian restaurant, the good ones, they have fennel seeds at the table afterwards because they've long been known. They aid digestion and everything. They have chemicals in the essential oils in the seeds that actually stimulate digestion. It stimulates, your gastric and juices and everything. Even helps stimulate the healthy peristaltic motion in your bowels, so everything gets out. It helps with gas. Yeah, it's an anti-flatulent. It's a diuretic. Fennel's just got lots of really good stuff. But what I do, if you're interested in this, for a 12-cup pot of water, I put in about 2 teaspoons each of the seeds, the coriander, the cumin, and the fennel. And I actually use my mortar and pestle. So I put them in here, and then I muddle them around to sort of break the husks of the seeds so that the water can get in there better, seep it. So that's about it. So that is what is in my pantry and my refrigerator today. I hope you guys all have an amazing weekend, and talk to you guys soon.